eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?
Oh, why is that not dragging? There we go. It's dragging across now. Good evening. How are you? Hope you're good. Hope you're good and super good. Yeah, I'm a wee bit perplexed just now because my glasses, I've glued my glasses at long last. I got the resin glue out and I have to wait 24 hours for it to set, and I can't see anything on the screen. If Barry was here, he would be saying that's because you are old and blind. But I don't know where Barry is just now. I think that he is probably having a nap. I don't know. He might be doing something. But we have Jason in the wings, so it's going to probably be a relatively short show tonight, without the banter going on. You'll just have to put up with the Jason and the Mo show tonight. The Mo show. So let me just have a couple of... Yes. I was saying just before the intro, if the temperature of my processor is sitting at 77, which is adequate for everything that I've got open, which is good. And we're sitting at 89% CPU, and I like to do this techie thing telling you that in case we lose the stream. And if we lose the stream, go to Radio Apocalypse's Instagram site and we will be there. Oh, Barry's in the chat, but you are not, but you are old. Yes, I know I'm old and I wear glasses, but you wear glasses and your glasses are like friggin' jam jars compared to mine, mate. Mine's just one lens for one eye. The other eye's are supposedly quite good. No, it's rubbish. It's rubbish. Ooh, hold on. The link to StreamYard is the same one that's in Discord, the same one that we've been using, Barry. It's exactly the same one. So, yeah, nothing's changed on that one. It should still be there.
You just had to say his name when you woke up the crack.
Oh, there's Cognag. Good evening, Cognag. Good evening, Jason. You're both live, so say hi.
Good evening.
Good evening. Right, Cognag, I'm going to give you a TikTok update live as I say it just now. Just to blow you away with my TikTok fame. My ass. Right, is 2,622 a lot?
Brilliant.
It's good, eh? It's good.
The cult of Mojax is alive.
No, I'm not even going to use the phrase "we are not a cult," okay? But I'm going to say right now we're a collective of. Listen. Stop right there. We are a collective of free-minded, free-thinking, creative individuals that can walk away from anything whenever we so please. Okay, that's what we are. Right, but on TikTok, I'm a cult. Okay.
Yeah, I know that, Mojax, but the whole world doesn't know that.
I'm only kidding.
Yeah,
right, so Swordfish. This is an infamous film, because it was the first time that Halle Berry had any nudity. So I want to say this before we even go into this, right? I'm going to mention this once, and then that is the conversation over with, boys, because it's a room full of testosterone and boys that will be going, whoa, dear God, Halle Berry, she got her berries out, but thank God she kept her pants on and didn't show her Halle. You know, that's the polite gentleman way of talking about ladies' parts. Okay, you use their surname and their first name collectively for them. Okay, so that's it done, boys. Okay, no talking about the parts. Okay, it's not that sort of show. Truly. I cannot. The screen is a blur with my glasses. I can't see nothing. Oh, and there's Barry coming in. Good evening, sir. Oh my God, you've got a camera on. Oh, thank God you switched it off. That's good. You guys wouldn't have seen that anyway. Oh, hang on. I need to turn the camera this way a wee bit. Yeah. That light's really bright as well. Let me turn the light down a wee bit because maybe that's what the there it is. Right, okay, hold on.
That red dress, though, am I right?
Yeah, that red dress though. Right, this isn't going to be a sort of like a festival of like Halle Berry, you know? We're not going to be doing that, are we?
No, because Hugh Jackman literally freaking for a computer hacker plays that fuck so nice. Excuse the bad language, but so nice.
I don't know. We've just had somebody new pop into the old chit chat there. Yes, I'm really older than he looks. Thank you very much. Yes, we do a lot of misdirection here. No, we don't. We don't do. What you see is what you get here.
Or do we?
We are a straightforward bunch of gentlemen and a collective community of people that are just honest and fun. That's it. We're nothing else. Nothing more, nothing else. That particular mentioning about cults, if that's what you were referring to, is just a joke, because I really can't stand the positions of things and behaviours like that. In fact, I did a whole show about 6-7 weeks ago about cult behaviours. If you want to go back and have a wee look at it, you'll see my whole feelings about those sort of behaviours, because we don't just do fun shows here. I can't even read your name properly because my glasses are broken. What's that? We will just call you Spawn, because I can't read your first name properly because of my glasses. I can see Spawn, so we'll call you Spawn.
That's a good movie too.
That's a good movie too. It is indeed. Anyway, we're here to talk about Swordfish. No, it's all right. It's a crazy movie. Barry had that disapproving going on there.
I'm sorry. The CGI is worse than
literally that clown will embed himself in your night.
Sorry. Spawn is just saying just now. Are we witnessing some misdirection? And of course it is. It just suddenly came back to my head. It's a quote from the movie. Wow! Thank you for correcting me there. That's amazing. Thank you for being on board with everything there as well. That is even cooler than I thought.
See, I told you he was old.
Yes, shut your face, man. Shut your face, okay? I am old. I am 49 years old, but I'm certainly not past
Plus VAT.
Plus VAT. If I was saying it about you, Barry, it would be plus fat. Ha! Pa! T. Okay, only joking.
Oh, that's messed up.
But I can lose weight, mate. You're stuck being old and decrepit.
I know, it's true. I can't turn the clock back. Turning the clock back is impossible. You know I love you, Barry. You know I love you more than most. Somebody has to, I suppose, though, eh? Right, okay. Let's talk about Swordfish, please, boys. Okay, we have already done the that nudity bit right at the start. We're not going back into talking about Halle Berry and her brief scene of fleshy sumptuousness. Okay, we're going to talk about Swordfish as a movie as a whole. 2001 American action movie. It was Dominic Senna that produced this, and did Joel Silver direct it, or was he just he just a producer as well? No, he
producer and director.
He did a directing as well, which is good. Right, we usually get to do a little bit of the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm going to ask Cognac if he doesn't mind starting tonight. Are you okay with the old starteronis tonight, Cognac? Giving us your good, the bad, and the ugly about Swordfish, please.
I'm down.
You're down. Go for it, brother.
All right. So the good, the bad, and the ugly for Swordfish. The good. Well, I'm just going to stick to the best scene for me visually, was that horrific explosion where it freezes in time and pans. That for me was probably one of the most, like, it was such a pristine scene and visually was great. Showed that the effects it was definitely had great effects for certain parts. The roles were great. I mean, we had Hugh Jackman for the starring role, for the Stanley. Halle Berry was ginger and red. Nice.
The dress. You're referring to the Berry's dress.
Forget what Halle Berry looks like in a little red dress.
She's a beautiful lady.
Her role for to recruit, like she was the recruiter, and so of course that plays a huge role for me. That was great. And John Travolta. I've seen a lot of his movies. And I will tell you, this was my first time watching Swordfish as well, which is why I sound so extremely impressed. Once again, it was one of those movies I thought I'd seen until I watched it and realized I was probably too young to even remember anything about it.
How old were you in 2001?
11.
Holy shit. Wow. Barry, what were you doing when you were 11?
For legal reasons, I cannot say.
Jason, you're the oldest man on the block here, no matter what Barry says. Can you remember what you were doing when you were 11 years old?
Yes.
And are you allowed to say even for legal reasons?
Yes, I can say quite happily what I was doing at 11 years old.
Okay. Bear in mind it is a family show.
I was chasing after Scott.
Wait, chasing after Scott?
Skirt. Botany, girl,
oh,
girl.
beep,
Whoa,
beep,
that's awesome.
beep, beep. He was being a ladies' man at 11 years old. He was a charming ladies' man.
When I was 11 years old, I was just starting my first year of freedom after coming out of boarding school.
Wow.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, were you at an all-boys boarding school?
No, it was mixed.
It was mixed, right? Okay.
Girls one side of the fence, the boys were on the other side of the fence.
And never the twain shall meet. You know what? When I was 11 years old, I was still in a trance about Star Wars, in a Star Wars coma, going, wow, I just want to know what happens with Darth Vader and Obi-Wan before he was Darth Vader, or was he always Darth Vader? And what happened? What was that big fight? And then in a magazine it said something about a lava planet, and that was me gone, absolutely gone for the next.
You were about 20
years.
when that first one came out, weren't you?
I was what?
You were about 20 years old when that first one came out.
Yeah, that's right. You just shut up. I was 7, man. I was 7 years old. You cheeky monkey. Anyway, back to the good, the bad, and the ugly with the cognac. So where did we get up to? The good was obviously Halle Berry in the red dress, and the explosive scene. What did you, and John Travolta as well, you were saying before I rudely interrupted, you've seen many of his movies. Carry on with your soliloquy about John Travolta, please.
To see him play I guess you would consider him a mastermind. He was like he was like how you say the spark in the powder keg, the one that, you know, the puppet master in a way for the whole. And I'm used to seeing him playing really, like, a lot of the roles I watched him play were very nice roles. I rarely see him play that intense of a, almost what you can consider villain-esque kind of feeling. And so the whole plot for me was great. The bad, if I had to pick a bad,
there wasn't enough of Halle Berry in the red
Halle Berry,
dress.
I know, right? It's just I didn't want to go there.
Yeah, you did.
It's difficult.
I figured that would be all three of your guys' reasons. So I was trying to pick something else, but definitely could have had more Halle Berry's.
You would have liked to see more of Halle's berries. Then is that what you're telling us?
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
terrible, man. It's
and then
it's a family show.
And then in the end, what do we get? We get less of Halle Berry, and everyone all of a sudden wants to see Keanu Reeves levitating, you know, kind of thing.
Mental.
Let's see the ugly. The ugly. Was there an ugly for this movie? Can I pick one? You know?
John Travolta's not the best looking guy, so. Oh, I went there.
You know, okay. You want to know what's really messed up about that?
Hello,
He
Paul.
may
You met
not be the
the
best looking. It was
Yes,
that.
thank
It was
you.
that little goatee thing they gave him. That little tiny like patch of hair. If he didn't have that little beard combo with that little slit of hair,
Yeah.
that's what gave him an edge a little bit. But yes, in a way, he wasn't probably the best looker for the role. However, he wears it well. He does wear it well.
Mhm.
Okay, how about this? If anything, one more thing that ugly is, listen to these names and tell me that they couldn't have done a better job actually giving Halle Berry's character a name. So we had Gabriel Shear,
Mhm.
Agent Roberts, Stanley Jobson, and then they're like, what should we name Halle Berry's character? Ginger.
Yeah, but the thing is, was that all their actual names, or was that their names just for the operation?
Exactly.
Maybe they had cooler names. Because
That's
to
answer
quote
number two.
Spawn, okay, to quote our new friend Spawn in the chat just now, are we witnessing some misdirection? You know? Which is just the way that it is, you see? Because it's all about misdirection, that movie as well. It's great. It's great. Marks out of 10 Cognac for our for this one.
I will give it an 8.
That's a solid score. That's a good score. You know, none of us have scored less than 6 yet since we started this particular program, which is good. We need to pick a shit film so we can slate it.
We're gonna be the new Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, something like that. But we review all the old movies, the movies that people have already watched. None of us are doing. I think old movies are better for reviewing. They're more fun. Gives people a chance to go watch them. Cognac, thank you so much for your input there. We'll come back to any amazing things that you want to add towards the end as well. But Barry, do you want to give us your good, the bad, and the ugly about Swordfish for you, please, sir?
The good is, as it was touched upon before, the special effects, especially if you see it in the cinema and surround sound.
Oh yeah.
That opening sequence is just brilliant. To start a movie, and it was one of the first ones that started a movie off, not at the beginning.
Yep.
And I believe Travolta was coming in this off of Pulp Fiction. Yeah. So he was coming off Pulp Fiction, and Hugh Jackman was just kind of coming up. And yes, one of my favorite scenes is the poolside topless scene, but not because of Halle Berry, because she's actually not my type. The thing I love about the scene is she's the most vulnerable person in the scene, and yet is still the one that controls it.
Who does? Sorry, Hugh Jackman.
No, Halle Berry controls the scene.
Oh yeah,
even
she
though
controls the scene. Yeah.
she's the vulnerable one.
Yeah, totally.
Which is great. The soundtrack's actually pretty good.
Yes.
The only thing I would probably say the ugly for me would be the computer hacking's just fucking stupid.
Yeah. Okay, I'll agree with you on that.
It's entertaining.
Was that combination lock thing on the screen?
Yeah.
Was it like things like a drawing or something becoming together? If I remember rightly from it, it was.
Yeah. See, the biggest problem is actual computer hacking is boring as hell to watch. It's somebody typing crap into a terminal. It doesn't, and unless you actually know and can understand what's happening in the terminal, it's as boring as hell. So they always make it this over elaborate nonsense. The only movie I think is actually worse than this. The only two movies I think are worse than this is Hackers. Dear God, and
But we all want to go around a great big server room on a skateboard. That's one of my dreams. You know?
I know people that do.
Oh my God.
and the other movie is The Net with Sandra Bullock.
No, I think The Net is hands down the worst sort of like display of technical abilities and hacking ever to be shown. Ever.
Thing is,
on
it's
movies.
Well, it's not though. It's actually more accurate.
Oh, you're kidding me! But it looks shit.
That's
I like
why.
the visuals.
That's why That's why I agreed with Barry on it's not that great and fun to watch real hacking.
Yeah, real hacking is typing lots and lots of things into a terminal, finding ports that are open, finding out what the port response, the connection response is. It's complete mind-numbingly boring as hell. That's why the Net technically is probably closer than anything you'll actually see.
But it was Sandra Bullock. That's what made it shit.
She's all right.
Sandra Bullock. It's Sandra Bullock.
I feel like Sandra Bullock is gonna see this, and Halle Berry's gonna see this, and they're gonna come after all four of us.
No, Halle Berry's my pal. She's okay. She's on my Twitter. Well, maybe I'm on her Twitter. I don't know, but one way or another, she never tweets me back. I think I'm waiting for
you'll be in a list, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, I think I'm blocked now after the last comments I made. But
no, I mean. The Net with Sandra Bullock, she wasn't actually bad in that one because it wasn't exactly the most well scripted piece of art.
But were you drunk when you saw that?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Like I said, I have hacked, and I know people that have also done stuff like that, and it's more or less the same.
I'm not doubting that for a second.
Except there's more junk food involved.
An iron brew, lots of iron brew, with extra.
Drain brew.
Speaking of,
he's drinking some. Oh, there it goes. Scotland's other national drink. Okay.
That and it's hot as hell in this room tonight.
I just wanted to say, so take off all your clothes. Just when you said that, it's getting.
I like the
Wait, where's this going?
The ending of the film was actually pretty good as well.
Yeah, it was.
Although, there were several alternative endings they didn't end up going with.
Okay.
Now those I want to hear.
Okay, I'm sitting back, relaxed in my dining room chair.
No,
you've got
to go and watch them. I'm not going to give it away and spoil it.
I don't have the extended DVD version of it though.
Oh wait, the extended DVD version is a type that actually has all the alternate endings?
You might do. I'm just making that shit up.
See, Sandra Bullock would have bought the right. Sandra Bullock would have bought the right version, Mo.
Yeah, but that's Sandra Bullock though. She's got her fingers on the pulse of everything that is Swordfish.
And
she
was on the Graham Norton show with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes, and she was very funny actually. I have to say.
And she was, and they had one of like Samuel L. Jackson's like real effects type lightsabers.
Okay.
On it, and Samuel's like, yeah, that was my one, and it was purple. And he explained why his lightsaber's purple is because he wanted to see himself in crowd scenes.
Yeah.
And George did it last minute, and she says, and he says, do you know who'd love that lightsaber? And she says, my kid. And he says, well, your kid does have it. And he took it off Graham and basically gave it to her.
Oh.
And he says, it's okay, I've got the real one at home that's actually got bad motherfucker written across the top.
Ah, amazing.
The props guy's actually engraved it into his lightsaber.
We need to get the producers of this show to get Samuel L. Jackson on this show. Not that we've had anybody famous on the show anyway, and nobody would ever come. We get like 10 people watching at the best of times. But wow, let's just dream. Let's get Sandra Bullock on the show as well, so I can take the piss out of her and get like all fanboyed up because we've got somebody famous on the show. You know, it'd be wild. Right, so your good, bad, and the ugly. Give me a brief synopsis of those again, please, and then we'll give it marks out of 10. Hello? Have I lost everybody?
Yes, you have.
You should stop doing that. Hold on, you just like to do that to wind me up. Hold on, is it in the private chat? Oh yeah, hold on a second. Let's just see. I'm just checking that you've not put a note in the private chat saying,
No.
hey, let's just all be quiet for 10 seconds to wind up Mo. You know?
No, my marks out of 10 is probably 8. It loses a couple of points for really, really shit hacking stuff. But the alternative ending is basically they end up with $500.
Oh, really? That's really cool.
Yeah, because
Did you say they would have only ended up with $500?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Stanley basically Stanley nicks it all, and then
that's good, though.
they were last seen going after Stanley.
See, that would have been a great ending. That really would have been a superb ending. You know, which is good. Thank you very much, Barry, for that. You have always got interesting things to say, whether it be about Sandra Bullock or my age. Either or, they're both very entertaining, and I like it very, very much. Jason, you're hanging on in the background quite happily there just now. You had an opportunity to watch this as well. We were talking about it earlier on. So give us your good, bad, and ugly about Swordfish, please.
Oh, let's see. The good thing about this film, Swordfish, is it's all about deception. It's all about how to be 5 steps ahead of the next man. And when I first saw Swordfish, I went, I'll get back to this. I've watched it several times since then, and the more I watch it, the more I like it, because you see more things going on in the background. Now, one thing I thought was actually quite interesting, and I found out about this, and not many people know this, but during the Vietnam War, there was an operation called Operation Swordfish, which was all about deception. And it was pulled out at the last minute, so it didn't actually go ahead. But basically, it was training Vietnamese not patriots, but Vietnamese Americans to go back into Vietnam and flush out what they saw as potential hotspots for the Americans to take box shots at. But that's nothing to do with the film. The film the thing I like about Swordfish is, as I said, it's all about deception. As John Trout says, he starts blabbing on about Houdini, he starts talking about this, he starts talking about that, and you're going, what the hell is he on? And then there's one bit in the film when our good old friend Stanley, he falls out his chair, and he thinks he sees Gabriel, aka John Trout, dead in a chilling cabinet, and he freaks out. And then John Trout comes through and says, "Are you alright, Stanley? Have you seen it? You look a bit pale. Are you okay, Stanley?" He goes, yeah. But he's like going, what the hell's going on? What have I got myself into? And the more you watch it, the more you see things going on in the background. It's got a very good cast. You've got Vinnie Jones, our friend from Wimbledon. He plays one of Gabriel's goons. You've got Miss Berry and her twins. And well, we're not allowed to say the other bits. So she's good as Ginger, and you've got good old Hugh Jackman playing Stanley, and you've also got, surprise, Don Cheadle. And the thing about Don Cheadle is some people might not know him, but he is in the Fast and Furious franchise. He's also in the Ocean's 11 franchise, and he's one of these American-British actors that came from nowhere, and he seems to pop up when you least expect him. And he plays a very good FBI troubleshooter who's brought in to grab Stanley, shake Stanley up a bit, like rough him up a bit, and find out what's going on. But at the same time, is John Cheadle actually part of the gang? Makes you think, you know, because as Cognac says, they've all got code names. You've got Gabriel, you've got Ginger, you've got Stanley, you've got such and such and such and such and such and such and such. And basically, it's all about deception. Who do you go to? Who do you trust? Who do you trust? And it starts unfolding out.
Special Agent Roberts.
Yep, that's the one.
Special
And
Agent
the,
Roberts.
my favourite in the bit is one of three. The first bit, which always gets me in stitches, is basically the bit when Ginger turns up as the fixer to arrange Stanley to meet with John Travolta.
Yeah.
You don't know you're going to meet John Travolta. She just turns up on Stanley's doorstep saying, "How would you like to get full custody of your daughter, Holly? How is Holly? Have you spoken to Holly recently?" And Hugh Jackman, aka Stanley, turns around and goes, "You know my daughter? Have you been like stalking me?" And then later on, you then find out that basically they've been keeping tabs on Stanley because Stanley is the second best hacker to ever live on the planet. The first one was killed right at the start before he could squeal, which I thought was a brilliant setup. And how they kill the number one hacker to make Stanley the new number one, and how they also kill his lawyer as well, which I think is a nice touch. The bad is, why is it when John Travolta plays a bad guy, he always has that smug look about him? He thinks you can't touch
Because
this.
there's no Sandy.
Yeah,
Sandy,
you can't
you see
touch it. And the thing about John Travolta, with that so-called, it's not a soul patch, I would say a soul strip. It just makes him
Soul
look
strip.
it makes him look so calm with his slick back hair, his little soul strip, his trendy suits, his nightclub, his group of groupies, and basically things you can't touch it.
Groupies.
Oh,
Like
Did
that.
you know
It's
his soul
really
strip is actually natural?
Soul strip.
Oh, because
Yeah.
he recently had a movie, The Poison
not a
Rose.
Oh,
He let his
fuck
facial
that.
hair grow all the way out, and he does have that. It grows in naturally.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
That's a proper sort of manly man with the right amount of testosterone for being able to grow that, you know?
Yeah. And the other bit I do like is everyone's favourite bit, which is the explosion right at the start. I have to say, yes, it was a bit graphic, but it's a wake-up call to get you more into the film, because sometimes when people watch a film, they put on Nuki going on, but when you see someone get blown up right in the first 10 minutes, you go, "What the have I just missed?" And then you rewind it back, and then it's sort of like Simpson, but she was just a patsy. She was just a scapegoat for Gabriel's bigger picture, as we would say. The ugly, I would say, I've got the alternative version on DVD because I'm a big film nerd, and there's at least 3 different endings. There's the one when Gabriel and Ginger get shafted by Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
There's the other one when basically Stanley gives the money to Ginger and Gabriel to carry on their crusade, which you'll find out if you watch the film properly. You'll find out what their MO is. And the third and final one is Stanley shafts both Ginger and Gabriel and himself, and he donates all the money to worldwide charities across the world. So everyone's waking up in their bank account to 10 million, 15 million from an unknown party. And it shows that basically Stanley, he's not a saint, he's not a sinner, he's just an honest Joe who was effed by the system, and it's his way of saying F you back. So there you go. Marks out of 10. Now this is a hard one because I like my films, and I've never given a crap score ever in any film I've watched since I've joined this strange table of miscretins. But I would say I would give it about 8.5 because
That was
I
an
want
epic breakdown,
more.
by the way.
Sorry?
That was an epic breakdown, by the way.
Thank you. I do like it, but I would give it a full 10 out of 10 if I could have a little bit more to find out why is Gabriel doing it, who's Ginger working for, who's Stanley working for, who's Don Cheadle working for, who are they all working for, and are they all working for one big mastermind, or are they working for different agencies? And if they're working for different agencies, like Stanley working for himself to get custody of his daughter, Ginger's working for who she says she's working for, Gabriel's working for himself. Don Cheadle,
I like that.
working for Uncle Sam. Yeah.
You make it sound like there was double agents that we didn't know about.
Yeah, you just have to watch it. You have to watch it. There's so many different. Yeah, exactly. It's like, as Gabriel says right at the start, deception. It's all about deception. And he starts talking about Houdini. Houdini was the biggest deception illusionist until he died in one of the tricks. But the thing is this, the whole film is all about deception. Who do you trust? And that's why I like it. And that's why I like it, because it does play with your mind. And
so what were you giving out of 10 then, Jason? What's your final say on that?
8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10. Amazing. No, that was well done. That was good. Good breakdown there. It was very, very interesting. Which is good. So thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen. I'll go into my turn in a second. Nyla just dropped a bombshell on me there that was just now in the notes there that Kelly Preston, John Travolta's wife, died yesterday.
Yep.
Age 57. Bless. What a fucking shame.
She was battling cancer, breast cancer, for the last 2 years. And the light was extinguished yesterday lunchtime, but it was released as well this morning. Yeah. I remember her. She got her twins out as well in one film. I can't remember which film it was.
Not appropriate when we're talking about breast cancer, Jason. Okay?
Yes,
settle down.
know, but I'm just,
okay?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
I know, I'm just kidding you. But still. Okay? But what, Kelly Preston, Kelly Preston, we shame. Now, no matter what you think of John Travolta with his he's a Scientologist, isn't he?
He is indeed. He's one of the he's the one who introduced our good friend Mr. Cruz to the Scientologists.
I'm never one to mock anybody's sort of faith or anything like that, but I've got serious reservations about Scientology and the deeper concerns that it may actually have. And I don't hold that against these amazing actors in any fashion or form, because I don't believe that they would harm anybody deliberately or anything. But putting all that to the side, okay, my heart does go out to the man. He loved his wife greatly, wow, just to lose your wife. You know, she's only what, a year older than me, Barry. Hey, just before we say it, or is she 2 years younger than me? What are you going to say?
Yeah, there's no need to insult the girl by saying she was that old.
She was under 60, though. She was under 60. Come on.
I know. Very funny. No, but it kind of puts it into sort of makes you question your own mortality, and your own health battles and things like that when you sort of like reach this age. I mean, seriously, I am 49. You know this, Barry. I don't mind you taking the piss out of my age, right? But in what?
Mojax. Cognac's been kicked. He wants back in.
All right, very good. I'll bring him back in. Hold on. There we go. There you go, Cognac. That's you back in, brother. But yeah, just it kind of puts things into perspective when you look at, people of a good age. Okay, she's not old. She's still fighting fit, and she's 57 years old, and she looks fantastic for her age. And I didn't even know that she was battling breast cancer, and it's kind of like, wow, what a shame. So, heart goes out to John Travolta today. We're thinking of you, brother, and we're sorry for your loss in big ways. But we're now going to, and now it's my turn to dissect Swordfish. You guys have talked about the plot. I'm not going to go into the plot. I thought the storytelling aspect of it was fantastic. It really, really was. It was it was definitely one of the more entertaining sort of nuggets of 2001 as a whole, as a movie completely. It was I thought it was technically brilliantly shot. The camera work, I think that our new friend Spawn was talking about the camera work earlier on. The camera work at that opening scene is fantastic, and the whole what you were saying as well, Jason, about things going on in the background and little nuggets of stuff coming in, and how basically my point is how the story is like a book, and you can see it, just a part of it, and you think, what's that, and then it comes back. The whole technical ability of the film was fantastic, and that kind of drove it to me. And yeah, we can take the piss out of the way that the hacking was done, but it was kind of entertaining for me as a non-technically minded person. Remember that my brain is still VHS stroke Betamax living in this 8K world that we live in just now. Say that again.
When did you get the upgrade?
When did I get the upgrade? Cheers, mate. You know, well, what was it? Was it a 10mm film before? Is that what you're telling me? Yeah. Or wasn't even that? Well,
I was going to go stone tablets, but you know.
Oh yes, slate and chalk. Yes, thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. Indeed. No, I thought it was tremendously good. It got a great deal of press, because obviously it was Halle Berry's first scene, which she went a bit nude and things like that. And she was actually she was paid an extra, was it $500,000?
Yeah.
7,500,000.
Was it that much? I'm looking at $500,000 on my notes here, but I could be wrong.
Well, it was.
They had to pay her more to actually do the scene, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Just so.
Wait, but because she accepted money to do the scene, to be like, does that make? Never mind, I won't go there.
Does that make her a bit of a sort of like she's prostituting her body for it? Is that what you were going to say?
She totally did.
No, not at all. She's got dignity. That's a bit. I call that having dignity. Sort of like, hey, listen, I'm not going to do this, but if you pay me, all right, okay. She probably sort of like, if you pay me $500,000, I'll do it. Yeah, okay then. Oh shit.
I would take $500,000 to give a little bit of my dignity away
hey,
too.
Listen, I would pay you $500,000 not to show it. All right, simple as that. You know. So if somebody sort of said anything, they'd be like, just keep it in your pants. You know, keep it in your pants for God's sake. Listen, Nyla's going to tell us off because this conversation is getting a bit lurid again. Okay, remember what happened on Friday?
It's her own fault for not being here.
No, she is here. She's in the chat, mate.
Yeah, but she's not here.
She will tell you off. I'm trying to keep a hold on the reins of here. Oh, here we go. That's getting the upper hand on conmen and all. Yes, it is indeed. Right. So the film itself was you know they said that particular scene looked a bit contrived, but I'll go with what Barry said, that basically that she was in control of it as well with it all. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an approval rating of around about 26%, which I think was completely unfair, because the way that I base movies is if it's entertaining and you come out thinking, yeah, that was okay, you know. I thought it was great. It's like I watched Ramble Last Blood this afternoon. Okay, it was kind of on while I was doing stuff, and it's one of those sort of popcorn. It's not a movie. The Rambo series, apart from First Blood, the very first one, I thought was fantastic, and the rest of them are mindless violence for me. I thought that the story was okay in this one, but it was really, really sort of like relationship, girl dies, revenge, end. I was like, what the fuck, you know? It was pointless. That to me should have got 26%, and I wasn't entertained. You know, I wasn't entertained watching that. Whereas watching Swordfish, I was deeply entertained. I thought it was a great movie, and I enjoyed the ending. The soundtrack as well. Who mentioned the soundtrack earlier on? Me. Right, Paul Oakenfold. Paul Oakenfold, DJ, essential DJ. Wow, he did a fantastic job with the music. I was also.
Why Paul Oakenfold came into it? You know why Paul Oakenfold came into it?
Go on then.
Because they couldn't afford Fatboy Slim.
Really? Oh. Yeah. I didn't know that.
No, it's true.
I thought Paul Oakenfold's fee was greater than Fatboy Slim's one.
No, they approached Fatboy Slim, aka Norman Cook, and Norman Cook said he can't come away because he's working on his latest album, but he did recommend Paul Oakenfold. So they got in touch with Paul Oakenfield's agent, see if he was free. Paul Oakenfield phoned up and said, right, what do you want me to do? And they said, well, can you give us a quick jam of what type of music you would do for this type of film? So he did a quick set, sent it to them in a zip file, and they liked it, and it says, you're on board.
Very good. Very good. I think Paul Oakenfold is a great. I've got.
What
some
about the
of his-
car?
The car. Tell us about the car.
The car they used in the film.
Okay, well, talk to us about it then, Barry.
It was made in a shed in Blackpool.
Shut up. Really?
No, seriously,
Is that where they got the plastic bubble for him too, back in the 70s?
It's a TVR.
So it is. Oh my god.
And they're like, oh my god, we've not seen anything like this before. And the stuntmen liked it as well, because, you know, and the camera crew, because it meant they could actually pass the cameras to each other through the fucking gaps in the bodywork.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Crazy. Right, so good, bad, and ugly for me after doing that. Good, the storyline, camera work, soundtrack, amazing. Bad, I reckon that they could have done more with the whole movie. I like the idea of the alternative endings, but it's kind of like it said to me it could have been like a bit of a foundation for either a franchise or, I think, better, a television show. I think I wanted more of this. I liked the characters, I liked the direction it was going in, the intrigue and everything like that. So not having more or not having anything to move on to afterwards as a one-off, that to me was a bit disappointing. Ugly, there's nothing really ugly about it to me. It's a difficult thing to actually say. Nah. I think I even thought Vinnie Jones was alright in it as well. I mean, he was like a bit wild in it. It was different having him as, I mean, he always plays the same sort of like plastic henchman type characters, but he was good in this. I thought he was a bit, because he was like different compared to everybody else, he stood out more. But, you know, not even he was that ugly, to be perfectly honest. And a straight marks out of 10. I'm torn between going 7.5 to 8, so we'll round it up to 8, so I'm the same as the rest of the guys, so I'm not putting it down too much. Which gives us our grand total: 8 plus 8 plus 8 is 24, plus 8.5 is 32.5 out of a potential 40, which is not a bad score for movies for us, which is good.
There's a lot of films that have apparently bombed that are now considered classics.
Yeah.
That's true. Like, it was a phenomenon that by staying alive, he was able to be the urban cowboy.
Wow.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Get that? That was a triple movie reference. Oh, snap.
Oh my god. How did you manage to get all that in one sentence?
1996 phenomenon, 1983 staying alive, and the 1980s urban cowboy.
Wow. Phenomenon. There's a movie though, eh? Have you all seen
Cognac
Phenomenon?
flying as straight as a broken arrow.
Oh, nice.
Broken Arrow, eh?
My
Dear God.
favorite John Travolta film is an all-time classic of mine. Face Off. I love Face Off.
Oh,
Face Off is a good one.
Great.
Yeah.
Do you know why? The bad guy, the initial bad guy, played by Cage, is actually the most dangerous terrorist in America.
Go on.
He just killed his opposition.
No, because he can't fucking shoot. How many shots
those
did they fire? And
Big
they didn't
pimped
even
out
hit each
stupid
other?
guns that he's got. You know? He can't shoot.
Nicolas Cage, if you look into this, we want you on, son.
He went to the Stormtrooper School of Shooting. That's where he went to. You know.
So I went to the Imperial School of Shooting. Fires
Yeah.
blanks.
Oh God. I
On
swear.
a slightly depressing note, everybody,
Uh-oh.
there's been there's been an update in the search for the missing Glee star.
Oh,
Ooh.
go on
They
then.
found her.
Yeah.
Ah. no.
Yeah. Yeah. I read about that this afternoon.
Bad news.
And in the
Yeah.
oh my god, I don't fucking believe it
Okay.
news, an anti-face mask rally was held in Florida,
Wow.
where
Are
Where
you
15
serious? I have family in Florida.
where 15,300 new cases appeared overnight.
Funny that.
Oh my God! And you know,
Funny
yeah,
that.
never mind. That's I don't even have anything to say about that. That just speaks for itself.
Crazy.
And
But
has anyone else noticed the colour of Donald Trump's mask? It's black.
Okay.
He's wearing a black face mask.
Do you
Is that
think-
not trying to tell you something?
Is that because Black Lives Matter?
Who knows? Who knows?
I don't know. Good evening,
Well, they gave
Roberto Scrimminger in the chat. Nice to see you. Not
they
seen
gave
you
him
for
an-
ages, brother. Nice to have you here. Thank you for saying hello. Indeed. Carry on. Sorry, I won't interrupt you guys. You're having an interesting conversation.
They gave the guy an orange face mask, but everyone thought his face would disappear.
That's awesome.
Steady.
Hey, wait a minute. Since we're talking about orange, does anyone here remember the old Ready Break adverts?
The Ready Break adverts, yes, when the kids sort of had the
Donald
Ready
Trump
Break and
was
the
that kid. I
glow
swear to
going
God,
around.
Donald Trump was that kid. Donald
Nah.
Trump was that kid. He glowed orange. Donald Trump glowed
Wow.
orange.
That's incredible.
Oh, better still, Donald Trump is that guy from the tango adverts when they did Happy Slapping.
No, he's not that good looking, trust me.
Oh, boo. Spoil my ego trip. Spoil my trip.
And
Oh.
in American football news, Washington Redskins are no more.
Yes, I know. They're now called the Washington Braves.
They are ditching the Redskins name, and they are getting rid of the logo.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
Probably because they don't want to have to pay the royalties.
True.
And what was that? A court has ruled that half of Oklahoma is Native American land.
Yes, that's funny, that, isn't it?
One thing I thought was quite amusing last week, or was it the week before, was Donald Trump turned up at a rally at Mount Rushmore, and he offered 1.5 billion to the Native Americans for their land, and they said "F you," and they got in their buses and left so quickly before they went onto a war party and chased scalped them. But if they were to scalp Donald Trump, I don't think they would get anything off him except for a handful of hair.
God almighty.
And if you did want to watch something that he was recently put in another documentary as of this year.
Really?
It's called Trump, the Impeachment.
Oh God.
Oh,
The
God,
impeachment.
that.
Right, okay.
It's not a joke. It is a documentary called Trump, the Impeachment. Came out this year.
Dear God almighty.
Yeah, it's on YouTube, if I remember correctly, called that. Yeah.
And
I never heard
while
that
we're
one.
speaking about American sports teams here, just on the old briefy part of it, you guys won't be able to see it. In fact, hang on a second. Let me see if I can share.
He
the
was
screen
also in
with you guys.
Zoolander
He was also
and The
in
Little Rascals. Oh, and Home Alone 2. And he was in a lot of weird movies. 54 from back in like 98.
He was also in
Horrorween.
Gremlins 2.
The dreaded
Gremlins 2.
Horrorween.
He was in Gremlins 2 when he played himself, Donald Trump.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, that's his key thing too. He likes to play himself, no matter what it is they want to put him in.
Right, boys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you a little image here just now. I'm gonna bring it onto the screen as well. This is
Whoa.
yeah. This is a bit dodgy, but okay. What does this look like to you? It looks like a robot having sex with a crab, doesn't it? Can you see that?
I think it's almost like
I'm pretty sure we both go to different websites, mate.
Yeah, no, that is
it
the
looks like
Chicago
a-
Bulls
okay, so I see,
logo
like-
upside down.
that is a really weird image. There's a lot of things I see in that image because I like to draw so much. I can, wow.
Yeah,
It's a robot.
It looks like there's a robot grabbing like someone by the hair and like pulling them in towards like his bottom region.
Yeah, he's neither.
his bottom
Looks like a
region.
robot
That's
on
so
the
funny.
moped.
It's
That
what,
looks like a
sorry?
good time to me.
It looks like a good time. Do you want to see where it comes from? Do you want to see where that logo actually comes from? Check it out.
Oh man.
It's the Chicago Bulls logo upside down, mate. Can you believe that?
No.
Yeah, but so where's that? Who's using that logo again?
Chicago Bulls.
Why?
The
I mean,
basketball
you know what?
team.
I can only believe that they're doing that because of what I just saw. I'm pretty sure that's like what they believe they're gonna be doing to all their players.
It's so funny. So funny. No, it was just while we were talking.
Oh.
It was something it just popped up when I was looking at some. Where was I looking? It was on Facebook actually that
Would-
came up.
Would that be hashtag me too?
Me too.
Here we
Oh, hi,
go,
Solway. How are you?
here we go.
I hope you're good. Hope you're good, Solway. Right, yeah. No, that was just out of the blue there just now. It's sort of like, oh yeah, I was supposed to do that on Friday in open mic night, but I forgot about it. But yeah, the Chicago Bulls logo, when you turn it upside down, looks like a robot having sex with a crab. You know, it's just insane.
That sounds a bit good.
Gentlemen, do you have anything else you want to add to the conversation about Swordfish tonight? Are we all okay with it?
I want more.
I didn't see one swordfish in the whole movie.
Yeah,
I want to see a
no.
sequel.
You'd like to see a sequel? I'd like to see a sequel too. That would be good.
Swordfish fight, like where they both use swordfishes.
Oh no, Swordfish versus Narwhal. That would be more interesting.
I would love them to either do a sequel and show us what Stanley did with the remaining money, or Gabriel and Ginger teaming up again with a new crew to try and find Stanley to get their missing money, or a TV series. That would be fun.
I think
Swordfish
the
are
TV
actually quite
series
dangerous.
would be good. What would be what?
Said swordfish are actually quite dangerous.
Okay.
You've really got to be on guard around them.
Oh dear God, Barry.
That was a great. I don't think I've ever heard a fencing joke before, so that is great.
Sorry, Cognac. Didn't hope you didn't take offence.
Oh God.
Oh God. Go back to your computer. Go back to your computer world.
If you want to protest against all my fence jokes, you could always pick it.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Hey, I'm just getting them in before Morgan appears.
Yeah, where is Morgan?
Don't
yeah.
know.
Not seen him for ages.
No, she's not been on for a while.
Actually, that's a good question. I was wondering because I wanted to point out to Morgan that there's a Morgantown in Fallout 76.
Morgantown.
Yes, every time I jump into Fallout, I keep thinking, oh, I must tell Morgan this, and then I keep forgetting every time I leave.
Good. Speaking of Fallout and everything, I started to upload that other one, the other episode of it, and I let it go for 2 hours. Okay, no, was it 2 hours? It overheated. I'll put the computer back on again this afternoon, thinking it was going to be okay. Let it sit there for 2 hours, and it didn't move off 4%. So it's going to be running right the way through the night tonight to get it uploaded, mate, to make it all work.
Dang, that is a huge file.
I've had huge file. Since I said I was going to upload the videos, I've left my MacBook on to upload the videos separately.
And is it
It's
doing the
uploaded.
job? It's
uploaded 2 of 4.
Dear God.
I'm currently sitting with 2 videos at 67 and 66%.
Also, talk about swordfish. It's a nice fish. It's nice fish to eat with a nice Mediterranean salad. Very nice. Very much like tuna. Very nice.
No, I couldn't eat swordfish. After I had shark, I was kind of put off the bigger sort of fishy ends of things. Shark is a very delicate meat to cook. Overcooks very, very quickly, and it can turn very sort of like dense and very chewy, rubbery sort of thing if you overcook it. You virtually just have to have a very hot pan with butter going ksh, and that's it. On you go, Jason.
One fish I do like, and I can't get enough of it. Red snapper.
Red snapper's amazing. The first time I cooked red snapper was when I had my restaurant down in Dunbar, and wow, what a mess it made of the grill. Actually, it was I think it was my mum that did that. That cooked it and made a bit of a mess of it, but you just have to oil it better. You just have to oil the fish before you do it. Anyway, I think we're going to wind up for tonight. I think that's us pretty much done. If that's okay, gentlemen, if you've got anything you want to add to the conversation before we say good night, because I'm looking at the old timeage on the clocky walkie. Where is it? I've lost my timer. Oh, there we go. We've just hit an hour, which is perfect timing. Well done, guys. We didn't
I
ramble on too
might
much.
jump into some Fallout for some bits and pieces.
Yeah, so yeah, in Discord.
Yep, I'll stream it in Discord.
That's a great thing. I will join for the wee chat for Discord and then set up the download, the upload for this other one. Are you going to send me the other files anyway? Am I uploading them onto this channel as well?
Yeah, can do. I was just going to let you get those ones up
Right,
ready.
those-
I've got episode 1, 1.1, 2, and 3.
Right, cool. Do you want me to send you the thumbnails? I can send you the
I'll tell you what. Let me get these ones up first. These are at 67%. Hopefully, my MacBook doesn't go to sleep halfway through the night.
Hopefully too as well. Right, gentlemen, I'm going to say jump into Discord now for you guys and mute your mic so I can say goodbye to everybody and spam the crap out of everything else. And I will see anybody that's wanting to chat. Come and join us in Discord. We'll be in there. Barry will probably be playing some games. I'll probably be shouting at the computer as it overheats. And yeah, thanks guys. You've been great tonight. It's been a whole lot of fun, if I don't say so myself. See you later, boys.
Later.
Later. Right.
Alligator.
Bye,
should-
Grandad.
Shut your face. Honestly. We should be playing some banjo music now. This is our outro music. It's always nice to have it in the background. I'm going to quickly mute those guys' mics before they say anything else. Oh no, I can't do it. Where is it? Yes, muted there. And Barry's already muted. Ha! Now, no, they've controlled their own mics. Damn it. That means they can come back in. Yes, thank you very much for joining us tonight. It's been good fun talking about swordfish. Hold on a wee second. Barry, just while you're there then, mate. What's the film for next week again? What we're doing next week? I can't remember.
I don't think we actually agreed upon one.
We 2 weeks today is Rocky Horror. Are we not doing a double bill of? Oh, it was Rocky Horror and something else.
Was it not Blues Brothers or something?
No, we didn't decide Blues Brothers for next week. I can't remember what it was, but I know that we were doing a double bill with the guy that played Frankenfurter. We were going to do it and the Rocky Horror. That's 2 weeks today, but I can't remember what next week is. I'm not even have it written down. I wonder if Nyla will remember. Nyla, can you remember what we decided, what we were going to do? Because we had the date.
Nyla, just name some random movie.
No,
Just name a random movie.
No, don't. It'll come back to us. We'll talk about it in Discord. Okay, we'll talk about it in Discord. Thanks, boys. Thanks very much. Oh, it's that old age brain of mine. You know, crazy things. Right, yeah, back in the morning tomorrow at 6:30 for the early show. I'm having a wee rant at the papers again, and because we missed last night's positive paradigm, I think we'll jump on and do a quick positive paradigm show tomorrow night, and maybe even experiment with ripples into TikTok. See if we can get that to work properly, which will be good fun. If you don't know what ripples are, that is where we jump into other people's live streams while they broadcast live, and we capture their stream and stick it into our stream so we can see their reaction when we send them lots of love saying, hey, hugs and positive vibes from Scotland. Give us a wave. You're also being broadcast in my YouTube channel right now. And sometimes people are like, what did I say? Huh? I'm in your YouTube channel too. What? Okay. And it's always very good fun. So we'll see if we can get that to work without frying up the processor on the computer here. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. So yes, indeed, I hope to see you in the morning. And if I don't see you in the morning, we'll have that impromptu show tomorrow night, and we'll just take it from there. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're going to join us in Discord, we will see you in Discord very soon. Good night now.